On this other question says expand 5 into 3x minus 2. Another one says expand 3y into y plus 4. Another one says expand and simplify 2 into x minus 4 plus 3 into x plus 2. Another one says expand and simplify x plus 4 into x minus 3. Now this will just take us to a topic I titled expansion. Okay, now expansion. Now what do we call expansion? What do we mean when we talk about expansion? Expansion is actually multiplying out something that has been put in brackets. For example, if you have 2 into 3 plus 4, opening up this bracket and multiplying out each term by this is expansion. Okay, actually multiplying out everything in the bracket and putting it out in one term or in one form, another form. Okay, now multiplying this by this is going to give you 6, and multiplying this by this will give you plus, when you're multiplying this now, this number here actually is plus 4. This 3 here is actually plus 3, but because it's plus 3, we don't actually show the sign in front of it. Okay, so when you do 2 times plus 3, it's going to give you 6, and then 2 times plus 4 is going to give you plus 8. So when you add together, you have 14. Now you find out that we've gotten from a wider expression of things, we just got one single term. Okay, now this is what expansion tries to do. When you expand from the bracket, we just try to simplify everything and make sure it's in its best format or best terms. Okay, now from another question that we're given, we have 5 into 3x minus 2. We're told to expand it out. Now given this to expand, just make sure that the first term or the first number multiplies each of them. Okay, now when 5 is multiplying plus 3x, you're going to have plus 15x, but since it's plus, we'll leave the plus aside. And then when 5 is multiplying minus 2, you're going to have minus 10. So this is the expansion now. Okay, this is like opening up the whole bracket, writing out everything out. Okay, now we have another one that says expand 3y into y plus 4. Okay, now we're going to multiply with 3y. Okay, when we multiply 3y by y, we're going to have 3y squared. Okay, now this by this is going to give you 3y squared. Now when you multiply 3y by plus 4, okay, we'll have 3 times 4 by y, that's plus 12y. In other words, let me break this one down now. This is more like saying 3 times y, okay, plus this times this is going to give you 4 times 3 times y. When you gather like terms, you realize that is y and y that are in the same term or the same base. So you have 3y squared plus 4 times 3, that the numbers are figures that can actually multiply out, while this one is a letter, so a letter will just attach to it, plus 12y. Okay, now we also have another one that says expand and simplify x plus 4, okay, into x minus 3. Now for this, when you expand this kind of form, now from this kind of form, you have to make sure that this one multiplies everything in the brackets and this one multiplies everything in the brackets. For you not to make mistakes, you could just do it this way. First of all, x multiplying x minus 3, okay, then close them in big brackets, then plus, okay, that's this plus 4 multiplying, that's x multiplying everything here, then plus 4 multiplying everything here, plus 4 multiplying x minus 3. You have something like this. Now I've actually broken this down like x plus 4, okay, into x minus 3. I've broken it down. I took this one is going to multiply everything inside the bracket, and this plus 4 is going to multiply everything inside the bracket too. Now when this one is multiplying everything inside the bracket, you have this times this is x squared. Remember, from base formula, index and all that, when x times x, you have x raised to power 2 because it's x, the same base, and then 1 plus 1. Now x times minus 3 is going to be minus 3x, okay? Then plus 4 times x is plus 4x, okay? And then plus 4 times minus 3 will give you minus 12. Now there's a formula I want to write down that is worth noting here. When you're multiplying minus by minus, you're going to have plus. It's a rule, so it needs to be memorized. When you're multiplying plus by plus, you're going to have plus, okay? And when you're multiplying minus by plus, you're going to have minus. And when you're multiplying plus by minus, you're going to have minus. Once minus comes in and the other one is plus, is minus. But if it's minus minus, it's going to be plus, and if it's plus plus, it's going to be plus. Now this is like a rule that you need to bear in mind when multiplying out this. If not, you make mistakes. And then when you're giving something, when you're giving a term in a bracket, another one in another bracket, make sure you break it down so that it will look like the easy one of all these ones, okay? When you break them down, it makes the work very easy for you. For this one, you just do x, you break down the first bracket, x into this second bracket, x minus 3, okay? Close bracket, plus 4 into this x minus 3. Then when you work everything down to this, you now gather like terms, okay? You have x squared minus 3x plus 4x minus 12. Now 4x minus 3x is x, so you have x squared plus x minus 12. Now this is an expanded form of that. So when you're expanding, the basic thing now is, if it's a simple one, just go ahead and multiply the term outside the bracket with everything inside. But if it's two different brackets, make sure you break them down. The first term multiplies everything inside the bracket, and then the second term multiplies everything inside the bracket too, before you now gather like terms and simplify it, bring it down. Then always bear in mind, always look at all the symbols, all the minus minus, plus minus, because that one actually can make the answer become something else if you don't watch it. So that's it for expansion.